SBR Pudgy is a 15-year-old, 15-ish gelding, stands 16 hands. We purchased this horse from an Amish man who took him in on trade. He didn't want him to go to the sale and ship. He thought he was worthwhile and a usable horse. We called him Pudgy because he came in a little fatter than normal, and it was around Thanksgiving, and Aaron said that's the way everybody felt after they ate Thanksgiving, and dinner was Pudgy, so he got that name. He's very kind, very smooth. If you watch, Aaron's legs don't move. He does know the word whoa extremely well, so he would be a good candidate in my book for a beginner horse, because if all else goes wrong, you can say whoa and he'll stop. You're going to see he catches Aaron off guard up here a little bit after she trots him around. She says whoa and had forgotten that he stops that quick. He is very, very smooth, very consistent, and I like the way he carries his tail. He seems very proud of himself. There you go, Aaron got caught. He is a natural flat walker, which is always good for a lesson type horse or a husband horse. And for us, he stays to the rail really well. He's obviously been worked sometime in his life in a ring. He did seem to understand it, and he did canter, although he is not real good on his cues, which you'll see later. Aaron's teaching him to canter. She'll teach him with the sound and then the cue, and also to pick him up so that he starts out collected. He's a horse that you have to ask to go, but he likes to go a nice little speed. He's not chargy. Aaron's not having to slow him down. Which would be great in my opinion for a lower level rider. He needs to be reset. Has not been reset that I know of, but our blacksmith is coming out in January. This is a horse that has not had his teeth done yet. He has been wormed and has had his shots. It's a little harder for us to get the teeth done due to the fact that we need to get someone in that does teeth, or a vet that does teeth. Our vet has a back issue and cannot do and will not do teeth. So there Aaron said whoa, and he made sure he stopped. It's kind of funny to watch, but as an instructor, to me, this is a really important horse. So even though he's taller, he doesn't ride big. He's not overly intimidating. He remembered his canter cue, and you can now to judge how fast he's going or not going. The dog beats him in all the races. You'll see Lexi helping Aaron, and he doesn't seem too distracted by that. Aaron's trying to collect him up a little bit. He's not 100% sure about the corner, so her hand's kind of lifting, or not him being rough, it's her trying to collect him. Again, she said whoa, and he dropped right back down. So Lexi was not running full out. She was running fast enough to win the race with Pudgy, and she did. This way Aaron has a little bit harder time getting him to canter, which is not unusual. A lot of horses will canter on the left lead better than the right lead, and I think part of that's because most people tend to do the left lead first, maybe a little longer, and she's going to use that corner to help him, to get him on that lead. We try to get him to come up on the correct lead. Right there, she got it right out of the corner. She lifted him into it. Again, Lexi's outrunning him, and he doesn't seem particularly worried about it. At one point, Lexi kind of gets in front of him, and there she had to stop and let him start again. But again, she's going to win the race down to the end. So even though it appears that he's cantering maybe a little quick, the dog's just kind of loping around. She's not a big dog, and she's winning the race with Pudgy. He's got a very smooth canter, and he's more than willing to stop. If you're interested, call Saddlebred Rescue.